This young Irish lad decided it was time for him to make a confession. So he goes in the Catholic church, goes by the confession booth, sits down and says, "Father, please bless me. I have sinned. I have been with a loose woman." And the father says, "Is that you, young Tim Shaughnessy?" "Yes, Father." "Who was this loose woman?" "Father, I will not ruin her reputation." "Was it Mary O'Malley?" "Father, I will not say." "Was it Susie O'Hara?" "Father, I'll never tell." "Was it Molly Madigan?" "Father, my lips are sealed." "Is it Lucy O'Shea?" "Father, please, Father, please." "Very well, young Tim Shaughnessy. You're a steadfast lad, and I admire you for that. But nevertheless, you have sinned, and you must be punished. You're not to attend church for 8 weeks. Now be out of here with you, and you better behave yourself." "Yes, Father, yes, Father." He's walking out the door, and his young friend Sean's waiting on him. And Sean says, "What happened? What happened?" He said, "Well, I got 2 months vacation, and we got 4 good leads." A number of years ago, this elderly farmer one morning says to his wife, "Sweetheart, I'm going to sell one of our cows. We need the money." So he puts a rope around the cow's head, starts leading the cow down the road, and it wasn't long before he runs into a man looking for a cow. The man looks at him, looks at the cow, looks back at him and says, "What's with the cow?" And the old farmer said, "Oh, my best milk cow, but I got to sell her. We need the money." And the man says, "What do you want for the cow?" And the farmer says, $400. And the man says, "Why is she worth $400? And the farmer says, "Because she gives 8 gallons of milk every day." And the man said, "Why should I believe you that she brings 8 gallons of milk every day?" And the old farmer proudly said, "Because I am a deacon at the First Baptist Church." So the man says, "Okay, I'll give you $400. Give me the cow. I'll bring you money this afternoon." And the farmer looks at him and says, "Why should I believe you that you're going to bring me my money this afternoon?" And the man says, "Because I am an elder at the First Presbyterian Church." So the farmer gives him his cow, goes back home, walks in his house, hollers out to his wife, "Sweetheart, what is an elder in the First Presbyterian Church?" She said, "Oh, you know, honey, same as you being a deacon at the First Baptist Church." He looks at her, eyes get wide, and he says, "Oh no, we have lost our cow." These 2 young preachers, best of friends, but different churches, and they both rode their bike almost everywhere they went. One morning, one calls the other, said, "My bike is missing, my bike is missing. Someone has stolen my bike." And his friend said, "Oh," he said, "don't worry about that. That's not a big deal." He said, "Listen, when you preach Sunday, you preach on the 10 Commandments. And when you get down to 'Thou shalt not steal,' you really emphasize that. And you ask your congregation to pray for anyone that they know that might have a problem with stealing. You'll get your bike back. I promise you'll get your bike back. Listen, it works every time." Sure enough, the next week he saw his friend riding his bike. He said, "See, I told you, it works every time." His friend said, "Well, actually, I did preach on the 10 Commandments, but when I got down to 'Thou shalt not commit adultery,' I remembered where I left my bike." These 2 sisters I kind of liked it myself. These 2 sisters never been married. They're getting on up in age, and some of their friends are afraid they're going to end up being old maids. And they're so leery of any member of the male species, they won't even let their female cat out of the house. Finally, by some miracle, one of them gets married and she's off on a honeymoon. She sends a card back to her sister. It's in large print. It said, "Let the cat out." My mother and her friends love canasta. I mean, they have a big time playing canasta. Every Wednesday afternoon when I'd come home from school, there'd be 16 ladies in there playing canasta. And sometimes if one of them was missing, they would let me fill in. I'm filling in one Wednesday afternoon, and all of a sudden this lady stands up, looks around, and she said, "Did any of you see that the elderly are the leading carrier of AIDS?" She said, "I knew that." She said, Band-Aids, roll aids, hearing aids, seeing aids, walking aids, medical aids, government aids. They say the golden age is here at last. I can't see, I can't pee, I can't chew, I can't screw. My memory shrinks, my hearing stinks, no sense of smell. I look like hell. My body's drooping, I have trouble pooping. They say the golden age is here at last. The golden age can kiss my... And as Paul Harvey used to say, now you know the rest of the story. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Peace.